Hotel Artemis really should be streaming on Netflix. And that ain't a compliment, Netflix. That's what you have become. And just as Jodie Foster's nurse holds her patients together with wit and grit, Foster does the same for the movie itself, with a significant assist from Sterling K. Brown. But what really frustrated me while watching this movie is its similarities to Upgrade, which came out last weekend. Both are set in the gritty underworld of the near future, where apparently high-grade tech has become real affordable. But because Hotel Artemis is chock full of, let's say, semi-stars, right, and has a more aggressive ad campaign, although both movies are from very small newbie distributors. So Jason Blum should be embarrassed, although he's having a great day with his Halloween trailer. So it's all good for him. But he should be embarrassed that, what global whatever it is that's releasing Hotel Artemis has done a better job getting the word out. But maybe it was easier with all these semi-stars, right? But anyway, it's frustrating to think that more people will see this movie than the superior one. Darn it, there's no justice in the world. The entire movie, Hotel Artemis, is an exercise in style, with a paper-thin plot that's sloppily constructed with, ironically, no style. Jeff Goldblum, Brian Tyree Henry, and Zachary Quinto have wasted cameos. Like, really, their roles, especially for the more established Goldblum and Quinto. Brian Tyree Henry, I think you can still describe as on the way up, so he just wants this line on his resume with the other semi-stars. But for Goldblum and Quinto, this is like textbook examples of doing someone a favor. The movie also takes a needless detour with Jenny Slate. I mean, I get why her character is introduced, but in the long run, I would have preferred to give her screen time to one of the other actors, and I think they could have gotten where they were going story-wise, even without this detour. And I like Jenny Slate, by the way, quite a bit. She was particularly good, for example, in Gifted. Very good movie if you're looking for something to stream, where she had a supporting role opposite former boyfriend Chris Evans. He's very good in that movie as well. But she and her character just don't fit in this movie. Then, of course, there's the glaring problem that this is a blatant ripoff of John Wick. Like, really, Drew Pearce, do you have no shame? Swapping out a hotel for a hospital. Although, clearly, Jodie Foster doesn't have Ian McShane's iron grip on her clientele. Now, you might be like, but of course, Ian McShane is Ian McShane. But Jodie Foster's pretty formidable. I think she should have, done a better job running this place, because nobody listens to her. I have no idea how the hospital lasted as long as it's supposed to have. So to me, one of the most interesting things was the advancements in medical technology, actually, that Drew Pearce, writer-director Drew Pearce, dreamed up, speaking of the hospital. And I'd have preferred a lot more on that than the actor posturing that we got instead. Although, to be fair, it's a few of the actors that make this film watchable. Front and center is Jodie Foster, a real standout here, not just because this is such an unusual role for her. Like, really, throughout the whole movie, and I've even seen articles about this, people are like, why did Jodie Foster make this movie? You keep expecting like some third act twist or reveal, and there's kind of one, but it's not enough for you who are like, now I see why Jodie Foster took this role. And it's also distracting that she's doing one of the best Michael J. Fox impressions I've ever seen. Then comes Sterling K. Brown, who surprisingly is able to balance his trademark compassion with the realistic edge of a career criminal. One of the best lines is between him and Foster about paying his dues at the Hotel Artemis. He's also a very giving scene partner with Sofia Boutella. And I have to say, it didn't take me out of it, but I think Sterling K. Brown is such an actor's actor, which is interesting considering that he has never done anything like highbrow, at least on a big scale, right? He does a lot of genre, like network TV. But he's, if you saw him in The People vs. O.J. Simpson, you would know what an amazing actor he is. But it's evident every time he appears. And he's such a gift to Sofia Boutella because he gives their romantic history some genuine lingering heat. Now, really, they were pretty darn good, former Bonnie and Clyde. I thought, that if they wanted to add on a detour, I would have preferred that one. Now, as for Boutella herself, she sells her action scenes as always, and she's very likable. But clearly, by now, I think we all have to realize that she's never going to upgrade, but she's never going to upgrade to being a legit actress. Charlie Day, way too over the top and not at all convincing as a criminal. And Dave Bautista is just playing human Drax. So to me, Hotel Artemis is not worth seeing in theaters. See Upgrade instead. But if you're looking for something to stream later on down the line, it's serviceable, although I could totally see you turning it off or doing something else while it's on. It's the kind of movie you can leave the room to. Okay, so that's my review of Hotel Artemis. I'm very curious to hear your own thoughts down below. Which would you recommend of the two, Hotel Artemis or Upgrade? Or are you not going to check out either in theaters, and why? And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.